This is a Your Last Resorts production.
Hey, welcome back to What is Wrong with You? We are on another episode. We're going to figure out what's wrong with Maggie. No, I'm just kidding. I have been on a hiatus from my podcast. I'm so sorry, but we're back and we're better than ever. Today I have Maggie Mayfield with me. She is a voiceover artist. She is a comedian. She is an actress. You do a lot of things. She is a musician. How am I forgetting that? So just freeze up. You do so many things. It's a lot to remember. She's great.
You're great. You're great. This makes me feel really cool. And I'm going to admit something. I didn't know the name of your podcast was What's Wrong With You? And I'm like panicking a little inside. Like, I had therapy yesterday. Yeah. I already know what's wrong with me. It's fine. It's fine.
Welcome back, Maggie.
It's
I wanted
fine.
to be a therapist before I wanted to be...
Is that true?
Yes. Yeah. I don't have the patience for that. But I quickly
and also, like,
that.
I don't want to hear your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So now I'm just doing this to figure out what's wrong with everybody.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You have a lot of cool things going on.
Thank you.
You actually, the very first show I did, you were on it too.
The first show?
Yeah, the very first stand-up show I did. You
Oh
were
my
on it.
God,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, it was on New Year's Eve.
Oh my
and
God.
that's where we met.
Yeah. That night was like
yeah.
a life changer for me.
Yeah, right?
Because I met someone that night that I wound up dating for like 9 or 10 months.
Wow.
Right? I became very close with someone on that show. I started a band with someone else on that show. Like, that was such a game. I'm very close to another girl that was in the audience that night. Like, that night was so...
And that was on New Year's
Eve.
That's crazy. Was it
into 2021.
2020. Okay, yeah. That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah. That's
Wow.
great, though. Like a new beginning to so many things.
That was your first show?
Mm-hmm.
And how would you say stand-up's going for you now?
I think it's going good.
I mean,
Well,
I see you
don't know,
hustle.
it's
Like, I see you everywhere.
Yeah, it's... I guess everybody would feel this way, right? When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad.
It's
like,
true. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, I feel like I'm trying to write a lot of new things and they just keep bombing. And I'm like, that's okay. Just get back in there.
It's probably just like wording. You know what I mean? Just like rearrange the word. I don't know.
Totally. Well...
Because you're a funny person. Like, genuinely just funny, you know? Like, before we even started this show, we're talking about our set life experiences. It's so messed up. And like the weird things you get put into as an actor, and how we have to just be like, no, this is great, thank you.
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm like under a van and there's spiders everywhere. I'm like, no, it's great. I'm so excited. Thank you for the opportunity.
Like, this is acting.
I didn't have to act hard that day.
Yeah. Every time I'm put in a weird position like that, I'm like, oh, so thankful that I'm just here being in. Even though
We're
it's
just
hot.
like trying to say.
Yeah. So thankful. Well, I am thankful that you're here.
Same.
I wanted to ask you. So I was very honored that you asked me to be in your music video.
Oh my God, I was so grateful you said yes.
Thank you. It was so much fun. Everybody on it. It was just such a fun environment.
Yeah.
That was a fun set to
That
be
was
on.
a fun set?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
that makes me happy. Good.
for those of you who don't know, Maggie has a music video out and a song called Stop Saying Sorry. It's not just a music video, there's a song with it. Yeah. So could you tell myself and the listeners just a little bit about what inspired you to make your song, what inspired you to write it, what, things like that?
Yeah.
Curious.
So I write comedy songs. And I don't consider myself a great songwriter. And so I challenged myself and I was like, I want to write a polka. So I just started listening to a bunch of polka music and I was like, oh, this is easy. And I kind of was fiddling around. And at the time, this guy that I was dating, for whatever reason, he just kept saying, I'm sorry. And I was like, stop it. Stop saying sorry. Yeah. And then as I tuned in, I was just tuning into the universe and life. And I was like, man, we all do this a lot. We say sorry for really stupid shit. Yeah. And so I just sat down with the dictionary and I was like, what are the different ways that we say I'm sorry? And so it just became, I kind of did it backwards. I was like, this is what I want to say, but how do I say it in creative ways over and over and over again. And so, yeah, that's how Stop Saying Sorry was conceptualized. And that was last summer. So it took me, I would say like 9 or 10 months to actually like get into a studio to record it, and put down the tracks. And the girl that features on it, her name's Charlie Hester. I met her when I started stand-up in Illinois, small town Illinois. Wow. And she plays the ukulele, and she's filthy. She calls herself the dirty ray of sunshine. Charlie Hester.
She was so sweet when I met her.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And hilarious. And one of the hardest working women that I know. And I was like, well, she plays the accordion. That would be something you want in a polka. So, like, Charlie, don't you want to, like, be in my song? And so I have her featured in it. And, yeah. And then I'm obsessed with OK Go music videos, the band OK Go.
I don't think I know.
You do. Okay. They're the ones that do the treadmill. That's what got them started. The guys that dance, here we go, here we go, here we go again, here we go again. So it's like they're all on this like treadmill dance thing. Anyway, they're brilliant. Their songs are fun and catchy, but then you watch the music video and they play around a lot with like with color and timing and slow motion capture, and they're just beautiful videos. And so I was like, I want to be in one of those music videos. Yeah, I think he's pulling. Yeah, so you've seen this music video.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. So that was your
So not this one particularly, but I'm obsessed with all their videos, and there's a couple of them. That's the one with the paint where it comes out of the wall. I can't remember what the name of the song is. That one, exactly.
So colorful.
Yeah. And so I just took a moment of the TV show Friends, where all the women are in their wedding dresses, drinking, watching whatever they're doing, hanging out, feeling sorry for themselves, and I threw them into an OK Go video as a basic, like, let's trash the dress. What's the ultimate, like, fuck you, I'm not going to apologize for, like, doing whatever I want with this expensive, crazy dress, right? Because the rules are, like, oh, we're supposed to save the dress for your kids. Your daughters don't want to wear your outdated old dress.
I don't. No. My parents are divorced, so I don't want to wear anything that had to do with her.
Maybe your mom's veil or like her earring, whatever. Like, there's traditions behind it, but like, you don't want to wear your
dress. Yeah, no. Like, this is cursed.
Right. And so that was kind of the idea behind it. And so everyone I told about it, you were like, oh my God, that sounds amazing. What do I do? And so I just, I'm so grateful for your energy to it, you know, because you were one of the ones like, that were like, oh my God, yes. How do I put me in it? What do you need? And then on top of that, so you were exciting. Like, and you were so kind about it too. And you were like, what do you need on set? Do you need me to do anything else? Do you need me to bring anything? Do you need, do you need extra people for sound or camera? Like just your resources and what you were like, I can ask whatever. And I was like, no, just come and have a great day.
It was a grand day. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I actually, thanks to Katie and Lauren, I had my first Red Bull.
What?
We're like, so I was so happy because I had a Red Bull. I have never had a Red Bull before.
Okay.
I've only had Monster because as a kid I wasn't allowed to drink any, even like growing up. And so I always thought like those are so bad for you. And then y'all had some on set, and I was like,
sugar free.
Let's get crazy.
Yeah. And you felt it immediately.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like time to make a music video.
I had no idea. I was just talking to Lauren about it, and she was like, yeah, you guys were doing some silly videos behind the scenes. I would love to see those.
Yeah, so yeah, we actually need to like clip those together. We were making like skits, just like funny things.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
I want to see it
Yeah, I'm going to
bad.
send you those. They're pretty funny. We can watch them after this episode.
Yeah. Because I was busy the whole time, like trying to make this thing. And so to hear like what you guys were doing behind it, I was like, wild. It's wild. Yeah. You're all dressed up in a wedding dress, and you're like, well, we're going to make the most of it. Hanging out on the beach.
Yeah.
What else is we going to do?
With color on us. The splatter was so much fun. And your nieces are so cute.
Thank you, yeah.
They're so cute.
They were fun.
Yeah,
I think it was like important for me to have them there too, because they're that generation that doesn't know what life was like before the internet. They'll never conceptualize, they'll never understand that. And so to them, like, we have so many conversations about, like, they want to do these dance routines and like, can you put it on TikTok? And I'm like, no, this is just for you and me. Like, this is, like, this stuff takes a lot of work. Like, I'm not just going to do a dance. Like, I'll do it with you guys, but like, I don't want to film it and then have to edit it and put it up just for like 5 likes because no one cares. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. It's like exhausting. Yeah. When like I can just tell a story or like put up a stand-up clip that I'm recording. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's so much work, and so I think it was important for me to have them there to see what it's like to move a camera, what it's like to get makeup done, what it's like to rally the troops, and all the mess that it makes, like, and to clean it up. Like, it's a lot. And then the editing, and it took such a long time. And they were like, "Is it done?" I was like, "No,
this is gonna be
it takes time, kiddo." So
that's a great lesson to teach. I don't even know if it's a lesson, but just like a thing to show them because I don't know. I have a little brother, and he's in choir, but he has no interest in like being in film or anything like that. But anytime I'm on a set, I'll like send him a picture or I'll send him a video or something like that, just to kind of show him like the process that it takes. Yeah. But and the work, I think, if you can tell younger children, this is how much work it takes to actually do this. It's not just...
It's like you see all those names at the end of a movie and you're like, what are they doing? And then you get on set and you're like, oh my God.
That's what they're doing.
That's just like, that's only half of it. Because what goes on after everyone's done filming, it's like...
crazy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Did they end up liking it though when they saw the video?
Oh, they were so proud of themselves. They were, you know what I mean? And like now they get to brag to all their friends. They were in a music video and like how,
That's so sweet. Yeah. Like, my Auntie Maggie's the coolest.
Yeah. Obviously. Yeah, it was super fun. It was super fun.
Oh, yeah.
Stop saying sorry. Look at it on YouTube. I mean, you can like get it anywhere, but I just want the views at this point. I spent all this time and energy making this video. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's nice if you want to like download it on Amazon. I'm not going to be sad, but like,
go to YouTube.
Just go look at it on YouTube,
please. So, what about your album?
Wake Up Maggie?
Wake Up Maggie. So can we chat a little bit about that? Because when I saw you released it was last year, right?
It was a year ago, yeah.
A year ago, yeah. I downloaded it onto...
You did?
I was using iTunes at the time.
Oh my God.
Now I use Spotify and iTunes, but at the time I was using iTunes. So sometimes whenever I hit like shuffle, you'll come up on my shuffle list. I'm like, there's my
That's so awkward.
Yeah. No, it's not. No, it's great. Year 99...
Focused ads.
Yeah, it came up the other day and I was like, heck yeah, we're getting in the spirit. We're going to chat about this album. So...
Okay.
Could you tell me a little bit of what it was like to, like, the process of making that album?
It was miserable. It was so hard. I did it all by myself, and it was really hard. I didn't have anyone to, like, help me. I only just found a producer to, like, work with me. I don't know about music mixing or mastering or any of that. Basically, I found a manager that was like, I can't put you on the road until you have merch. And I was like, well, I sing songs. So like, obviously I should have a CD. That makes sense. Yeah. Which is like, now looking at it, I'm like, that was the dumbest thing that I could have done.
Why?
Because nobody plays CDs. You know what I mean? Like, nobody knows what to do with a CD anymore. So I'm like, do you want to buy my CD? It's really great as a coaster. You can cut your Coke on it. Like, what do you want to... So I spent all this time so I could like get out on the road with merch that like is obsolete. Like nobody, what do you do with a CD? It's wild. It's wild.
CDs are actually pretty sweet though.
No.
Have you ever had anybody burn you a CD like with songs?
I mean, I know them as like thumb drives now, which is annoying. I don't like that either.
Like, I mean, in a romantic way.
It used to, yeah.
That's what if someone never does that for me, like, I don't want to get married, but I would be like, I'll consider it.
Is that all it takes?
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, maybe like a Spotify playlist.
See, no,
You want the old school mixtape?
Yeah,
I used to do that all the time. I feel
just
like,
burn.
Okay,
CDs.
I'm gonna like share a secret with you.
Okay.
Getting gifts is so much more stress than it's worth.
Getting people gifts?
No, getting them, like receiving them.
Oh yeah.
And so I just start assuming that that's how everyone else feels. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not doing that anymore. Like I used to do that for dudes all the time. I'd be like, I made you a mixed CD, which is like cute and romantic and like whatever. Yeah. And I still have some of them in my car now that like, what are they? They don't have it. I made it, and I'm like, these jams are all this rock. I'm awesome and creative and brilliant that I put it together in this order with this message and blah blah blah. Yeah. No, I wasted a lot of time on dudes that did not deserve that energy, and I'm never doing it again. Like no. Now you know what your gift is? My fucking presence. Okay, that's what it is. You want to know what's wrong with me? I ain't doing shit for nobody anymore. That's what it is.
Like, we love it.
Thank you.
Yes. I like that energy though. I'm
not doing shit.
Because I'm in the same place. I'm not doing anything for anyone. Well, that's not true. People who deserve it, I will. But people who don't deserve it, no.
I'm going to match your energy and like meet you where you are. Like, I'm not doing any more.
Right. Yeah. No, exactly. I don't see, maybe I'm a hypocrite because I'm like, I want someone to burn a CD for me. But for them, I don't think I would go through all that trouble.
Yeah, but like you'll match that energy. You know what I mean? It's like, you spent all that time. It's like, cool. Well, maybe that reciprocated means like, oh, well, I found this really cool hike that we should take on and you pack a picnic snack. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's how you reciprocate the energy. It's not one for one. It's not an eye for an eye in a relationship, you know? Right. But it's like, I don't know. There are other things you can do.
Yeah.
Then besides like go down on him. You know, like... We get it, dudes. That's what you like. We get it. But I don't want to make you a mix CD and suck your dick. I just don't want to do that.
It's not going to happen.
Anymore, no.
You get one or the other, or you get none at all.
Right. You get at this point, it's none. Yeah. It's not happening.
I feel that I'm taking a little hiatus from the dating life.
It's hard.
Probably, yeah. I don't have the energy anymore. Mm-hmm. I got... The last date that I went on, I brought this guy to a comedy show. Well, okay.
Was it a comedian?
No. Okay. No. No. Hey, do you want to go on a date? Something we
to my job?
It's all about me. Do you want to hang out at my work?
Didn't we just cover this? It is about you.
No, honestly, I couldn't really tell you what he does, or what he did, because his job was really boring that I was like, yeah, I don't really care enough to learn about that. But we had been like, I thought we had been like hitting it off, whatever. So I invited him to come see a show at the Creek. It was fine. He was laughing throughout the whole show, so I was like, okay, cool. After the show, he goes, I mean, that was kind of like almost crossing the line.
What?
Why they say, yeah, and I was like...
What? What line?
Yeah, he was like getting mad at one of the jokes, and he was like, I mean, I'm not offended, but like, it's just like, they shouldn't have said that. And
no one wants to be offended anymore.
Yeah, it's like, you were laughing. Well, every fucking joke you were laughing. So what do you mean that you're not, like, why are you mad about it now? You already laughed about it.
But it's not like it was your joke.
I know. I was like, I wasn't.
You had no control over what they were going to say. Oh my God.
I know.
Drop them like a bad habit, girl.
Well,
bye-bye.
I did. So we had like, I thought the vibes were like kind of off after that. And then he was like, so you do this every night? And I'm like, well, I mean, yeah.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah. After he asked that, I was like, all right, like this is not going to work out. So then
go back to your IT job, Bob. Sorry, it's too cool for you.
Yeah, we haven't spoke, and I don't think we will because I blocked him.
Oh my God.
But yeah, after that, I was like, I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, well, okay. How do I relate this back to you? You said you were not going to make a mixtape anymore for anyone. Would you give a guy your CD?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that'd be a power move to like leave it on his doorstep.
Ew.
And be like, fuck you.
It's just like secretively show up at his house. Hi, I'm a creeper.
No.
Listen, okay, I've had enough men stalk me, like in my place of residence.
Oh gosh.
And mail me shit.
Okay.
It's to the point where like I have a little bit of a PTSD and phobia about that. So like,
oh my gosh.
I don't invite people over. That is my sanctuary. That is my safe place.
Oh,
I
good for
sage
you.
it all the time. Like if someone comes over and like if you were to come, like that would be fun.
I thought you were about to say, I'm going to sage it if you were to come over.
But like after you leave, right, like everyone carries a certain energy, and like I feel like, man, there is a balance in there. So like even though you come over and we'd have tea and like hang out and watch whatever, like you would leave and I'd be like, great, we're gonna like neutralize this again. Like, I love you, but like I need to get back to homeostasis. You know? Is that a white girl thing to say?
A little bit. I'm here for it. As soon as I walk out the door, all right, let's get the sage going.
too.
But that's your place. Also, that's where you create. I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm just assuming that's where you write your jokes and your songs and everything like that. So that's yours. Yeah. I'm a huge believer in like your space being your space, and that's. I think. Do you ever have a certain area where you like to go to write jokes or like work on scripts or do something like, I mean, I'm assuming it would be your house, but like a certain area?
Yeah, on my like tiny couch where like I want to start a podcast that's like parodying the Tiny Desk series on NPR, but it's called Tiny Couch, right? But actually I think some of my best joke writing comes in the car, like on these long road trips where I'm just like thinking and I'm like, oh, that's funny as fuck. And then like I just do a voice memo for myself and like come back to it later. And then that's it.
That's great. I do that sometimes
too. I admire people that can sit down and just be like, today I'm going to write jokes. And then they just like, right? Like
banger after banger.
I just don't get it. Like that is not me. It's like, oh, let me process. Oh, remember that really messed up thing that happened to me? Like, and then I come up with a tag about it and it's like, oh, that's what I should do.
Right.
I should talk about that. And then it takes several shows or mics for me to like work out the wording, you know? And then it's a bit. Then it's my joke. So I can't I can't sit there and just like write like I don't get how you do that. I know you do. I know you do. I admire you, but I can't. I
do it in the car too, like you do. But what I do in the car is I'll just, like, if I can't get a punchline, I'll say a setup just over and over and over, and then I'm like, something's going to come. But I do try to sit down and write, because I'm like, eventually it feels like math to me, which I don't like math. I'm good at it if I really try and pay attention.
Yeah.
But, that's what it feels. So I try, but it's hard.
Yeah. I journal every day. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, like, I'll go back and, like, read it to be like, oh my God, you idiot. That's funny that you thought that, you know? Like, and so that can be like a source of inspiration. But like, I can't just.
Right. Like
it's such a funny thought to me. It's like,
so you have road dates for summer, right? You're going to be on the road.
Yeah, girl.
I saw that. That's
so excited.
Are you ready?
I'm like kind of nervous, but because gas is stupid expensive. It's like old school California prices right now. Like, what is this $5 gallon shit? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm gonna go out there and like sell my CD and hopefully it'll pay for the gas to get to the next spot. But I'm excited. I'm gonna be up in Dallas and then up in Oklahoma City, Kansas City, Omaha. I'll be doing some dates in Missouri, Wisconsin, where I started in Urbana, Illinois. Yeah,
That's great.
So excited.
Yeah.
And then Indianapolis to close everything out. So
sweet.
Yeah.
And is this all in like you're gonna go to the road and just keep going nonstop, or are you gonna be like back and forth in between?
It'll be mostly nonstop. Like I'm gonna do the run up through Omaha, and then I'll be back for like 4 days, and then I'll be gone for another 10 days after that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Thanks. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of driving, but I don't mind it. Like I kind of like it, you know, like I'm ready to go see like weird parts of the country and like meet people and then just like see what happens, you know, like every time I know I'm about to hit the road, there's always like a thought, like what am I going to meditate on? So like the last time I was on the road, I was like, oh, I really need to redefine what success looks like for me. And I really was struggling with what home was. Because I'd been in Austin for about a year at this point, and I just didn't feel like I fit in. I just wasn't feeling like, where's my home? Like, where's my space, you know?
Right.
And so I just sat out on the road, and I was gone for, it was like 7 or 8 days. And I just meditated on that, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is it, you know? And, like, I have the answer
right
now. And so I'm kind of, I don't know what this trip will bring, like what I'm seeking, but I know
Right.
there's something and it'll come to me and I'll figure it out.
That's so great.
Yeah.
You're one of
Thanks.
the most like emotionally intelligent people I've ever
I wish
met.
I were dumber, to be honest. Like, I wish I were dumber.
And it's so stupid people seem happy.
They
really
do. They really do. Bliss is ignorance. And
Yeah.
I wish that sometimes. But
Yeah. But you'll get whatever you're seeking out. And
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be so great to meet so many new people and audiences.
just trying
and
to get
things
those
like that.
TikTok fan
Yeah.
numbers up. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. That's all that I want.
The
I'm actually like really
TikToks.
excited because like
Yeah.
I just had a video that did pretty well. I got like 50 new followers and it just
Oh,
pushed me
wow.
over. I know it just pushed me over the edge enough where like now I can go live and that's where like you make all your
Oh.
fans. You know what I mean? So like you have to have
Okay, that's
1,000
awesome.
followers to be able to go live. So I'm like, yes, I'm so excited.
Oh yeah. Do you know what you're gonna do whenever you go live? Like, are you gonna do music live? when you
Yeah,
go live
so
on
usually
TikTok?
like sometimes like when I get home after a mic or I'm like, oh, I got heckled so bad, like I didn't get to do the jokes I want, I'll just go on Instagram and like go live and be like, hi, I'm just gonna talk into the void. If you're listening, that's cool. If not, that's cool too. And then I'll like play my little song and like do my thing. Then people ask questions and I'm just like, hi, this is fun. I'm done. Okay, bye. So it'll be the
Cool.
same thing just on TikTok, but I feel like the algorithm is
TikTok,
more in my favor. I don't
Oh,
know.
it totally is.
Yeah.
You pop up on my TikTok a lot. And
I
every time
do.
I'm like, yeah, Maggie.
Oh.
You do. I wish I try to make videos on there, but maybe I'm lazy. I don't know. I'm like, this
No.
is a lot of work.
It's so much.
It makes me feel like my siblings and stuff, they just have TikToks, and even the little middle school kids that I teach, they're like, look at this TikTok, and they all like edit and everything, and I'm like,
Oh no.
I don't know how to do that. And I'm like, I feel old or something.
At the ripe old age of 22. You're young, aren't you?
I'm 23, but it's not.
See?
It's,
See, I feel old. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God.
I just don't know how to work technology.
Nobody
that,
nobody
but-
does.
TikTok is fun, and
It feels like the safest. Out of
Yeah.
all the social medias, it feels like I hate Facebook. I don't even want to go on there
oh,
anymore.
it's stupid. It's so stupid.
Right. I only go
hate
on
it
there to
too.
like get booked.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And Instagram is okay, but I have to like I like post and run. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like I don't love engaging. Twitter is like where jokes start for me, you know? So like I'll post
Yeah.
whatever. But TikTok is fun. I'm just like, all these people trying to make me laugh. I'm here for it. Like, let's do it.
Yeah, because, I feel that way too. TikTok is either like something funny or cooking videos or scary stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the scary
Like no one's like
TikToks.
sad
Yeah.
or like preaching to you
Yeah.
about politics and like
Yeah, it's a nice. I don't like listening to all of that. I'll be so stressed out if
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there listening to like things that are going on. all
Have you
day.
come across the videos where they're like, listen to this sound? It's like a live video. It's like, listen to this sound, and magic will happen. I'm like, I'm fucking here for
Yeah.
it. What's gonna happen? Like, you know, like, it doesn't. It's like a Chinese fortune cookie. You know what I mean? Like this means nothing, but I'm into it. You know, I
Yeah.
believe.
But this is gonna happen?
Or
Yeah.
like the guys that are like, put your name in the comments, and I'll tell you who you're gonna marry. That's my favorite. I'm like, I believe it. I
Yeah.
believe it. Vanessa and Mark, you guys are gonna make it.
Yeah, they're always on the live too, and I'm like, I trust them. They know my future.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Have you ever gone to like a psychic or anything like that?
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I want to go to one, but I'm too scared
Of
because.
what?
So I overthink quite a bit, and I just feel like.
Oh, the comedian that overthinks. Weird. Didn't see that coming.
It's horrible though.
Uh-huh.
I'm shedding it away a little bit, like a little bit.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I went to one of those and they told me something, that I would get fixated on like they said that was going to be my outcome, so that's going to be my outcome, and I can't.
Yeah, but that's how
Yeah.
that works. That's manifesting. That's what manifesting is.
But
You know what
do
I
you
mean?
ever
They
get
might they
scared?
might have like a super vague idea.
Right.
But then you're like, oh yeah, that's coming for me. $50,000 is coming for me. You know what I mean? Like,
What if they said so? Weird personal question: are you a control freak? Like, do you like to have?
yeah,
You feel
I'm
like you're-
so type A. It's annoying. This
Is
is
that
why
what
I
it
can't.
is, type
This
A?
is why. Yeah, this is why I can't have a relationship. Yeah, I know. I see myself. Okay.
I didn't know it was type A because I'm a total control freak.
You're so type A.
Maybe that's why we're friends. I didn't know that. But I just feel like if they told me you're going to die tomorrow, I mean, they probably wouldn't say that. But if they said something like, you're going to die, somebody you love is going to die, like, you're never going to get married, or, like, something like that, I would be like, this is never going to happen. And then I would just be, like, sad, and then I don't know. That's why I'm afraid to go.
Okay, one time, so I used to work on the radio for, like, years and years and years. My very first job, it was popular at the time to have psychics come on and do, like, live readings or whatever.
Okay.
And the psychic, she did it for, like, a bunch of listeners. But then when we were off the air, she was like, I want to talk to you, Maggie. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, let me just finish up the shift. And so I got on the phone afterwards, and she was like, you need to know that if you don't control your idea of sex and your sex life, it's going to control you. And it's been a weird thing. Like, I heard this when I was 21 years old. And my entire fucking life, I'm just like, sex is going to ruin me. It's just going to ruin me. Like, it's going to, I mean, it is. My picker is bad. It is bad. And it has gotten me in situations that, man, I mean, they make great stories. But,
Yeah. We've all been, we've all been.
I am disappointed in myself. But I think about her
Yeah.
all the time. Like, your sex life, it's going to ruin you. Like, in what way? Like, how?
Every time you have a bad lay, you're like, yeah, she told me.
I mean, she told me, like, right
Yeah.
as, like, I was starting into my, like, my hoe phase, you know?
Oh, okay.
Which has since settled down, but, like...
Right. Everybody needs a hoe phase, though.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
fine. And I don't regret that, but also,
Yeah.
like, it didn't ruin my life. I don't think so. I hope not. Like, fuck.
It seems like it didn't ruin your life.
I
You
mean-
seem like you were having a good life. But
Thanks, Janessa.
it's stuff like that, though, that, you know,
I'm
I feel like
obsessed with it.
Yeah.
now. Right.
Did you ever have anyone call in on the radio station? You know how people call in for, like, advice? Like, love life? You know how some...
Oh,
I don't
Love
know,
Line,
is that
yeah.
even still a thing?
I think so, in LA, yeah.
That's crazy to
Yeah.
me. If you're at that point where you're going to call somebody
Yeah.
to tell the whole radio is going to know your business.
Yeah, but it's like
Right.
anonymous. That's the part, because like
Okay.
nobody sees you.
Couldn't they recognize your voice? You know how embarrassed I would be? They're like, we think we heard you on the radio the other day.
Well, you would be
Complaining.
noted. Yeah.
Like, that wasn't me. Yes.
I used to call in all the time. So like,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm over here like, why would you do that?
no. I've always been like a weird kid, obsessed with the radio.
Okay.
Like at 12, 11, you know,
Oh,
very,
okay.
very young, I would call in and be like, can you play 311? So it made sense that like I got into that business. But as I like grew in my career, so much of that stuff is fake anyway. And so at the very end of my career, I was working in iHeartRadio Los Angeles, and the show that was on after mine, it was called, what was it called? Love Songs is what it was. Yeah, Love Songs with Karen Sharp. And Karen Sharp is wonderful. She was like the equivalent of Delilah, but like way better.
Oh, okay.
So people would call in and make their requests and like, oh, I love it. It was like Craigslist on the air, you know, misconnections on the air is what it felt like. Which, by the way, like I've written my own misconnections like for myself just to see who fucking reads it. Where I'm like, oh, that brush, I wake up to listen to you every morning, you know, whatever. So I used to write my own, and friends would be like, hey, did you see that someone wrote about?
And it was what you wrote. Did you ever say, like...
No. But it was a gas for me. It was fun for me. But I love songs. So she'd be like, can you call in and like request this song? And so like I'd be like, hi, it's Jennifer from Huntington Beach. Will you play John Mayer, Your Body is a Wonderland? So like I would fake these calls for her because like as the time when people don't like to be on the phone anymore, like they don't like to call. So I'd be like, "Hi, it's Lily, and I'm out in Redondo Beach. And play another, whatever. So like I just fake all these phone calls for her. That's a real thing. I didn't know this was that funny. I'm gonna have to like go write this down.
Go to your car to make a quick phone call.
I wonder if like I haven't gotten on Craigslist in Austin, and I kind of I'm gonna go look at it now and look at Miskin. There was a time where that was like the highlight.
Yeah.
We did bits about that on the radio about like what was on Craigslist. Like, what can we buy today? Like, people with some weird shit on there.
I bet.
Weird stuff.
I am too scared.
Of what?
On Craigslist. Just of Craigslist.
Are you not afraid of anything? I love you. Every sentence has been like, I'm too scared. Sorry.
Maybe we're going to figure out what's wrong with me in this. No, I'm afraid of a lot of things. Yes, but being murdered.
Oh my God, that's a white girl thing. Well, how many podcasts are you listening to?
No, it's just like, I like to watch a lot of scary stuff. So I'm not afraid of like scary movies or like things like that. I'm not afraid of ghosts, weird things that I should be afraid of. I'm not. But I am afraid of like, say I wanted to buy something off Craigslist or even like Facebook Market and I went to go meet them. I'm afraid that they would like kill me or something.
That's wild.
I know. I don't know.
Like a debilitating fear, like I'm not going to go get this rad dresser that like I saw.
I would, but I'd like make my dad come with me or something.
Well, that's
just
in case.
Smart.
That's smart. I wouldn't go by myself either.
Yeah, I would go. Someone would have to come with me though. But I say that, and then I run every day.
Yeah.
With only pepper spray on me, so it's like I guess I'm not that afraid of being murdered.
It's selective fear.
Yeah, and I think if someone did try, I could take them down.
Yeah.
But
you know what I'm afraid of? Going on boats.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because, listen, you want to take me out on a boat in the middle of a lake where it's like dead people soup.
Oh, yeah.
And like for an undisclosed amount of time, like I already have anxiety as it is, especially around people that like I don't know that well. And you're going to take me out with a guy that's like probably not very good at driving a boat and add alcohol to the situation. Listen, there's a place called Dead Man's Cove in the middle of Lake Travis.
What?
Exactly. I'm good.
Oh, no.
And then next thing you know, the cocaine comes out and you're like, I want to get out. But no, you're stuck in this like 10 by 10 little fit. Like, what are we doing here? No, thank you.
This line if you want to get out.
No, thank you.
No, that's
they call it a speedboat for a reason.
I didn't know that.
I think I just wrote a joke.
Yeah, you did. I didn't know. That's Dead Man's Cove. Well, now you unlocked a new fear because I actually liked going on boats a little bit.
You're welcome. But literally, I go out there, I'm like, we're going to swim in this? That's what you want to swim in?
Yeah.
There are bodies under there.
Yeah.
And if it's not humans, it's fish. It's like dead people soup to me.
You have a valid point.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Blue Hole? It's in Georgetown, so probably not. Mm-mm. Maybe that's why I'm afraid of a lot of things because Georgetown. But
it seems so wholesome and nice up there.
It's not. It does seem like that. It seems like that if you're not from there. But there's like a lot of sketchy stuff that happens there. So Blue Hole, there's been like dead bodies at the bottom of it. Yeah. There's also one of the biggest. There it is. It looks like it could be decent from those pictures, but it's like just a nasty ass swamp. But
it looks like it like a nice hike, you know.
It looks like that until you get there. See that big ledge right there? Mm-hmm. I did not know how to swim. Well, so people jump off that.
Oh my God, yeah, that's what, oh my God.
There's a ledge though, and I didn't really know how to swim growing up. I do like now, but whenever I was probably 14, I was at a birthday party there, and some kid pushed me off the ledge. And I remember I was like thinking I was gonna drown, but someone brought me back up, so it was like fine. But I hate Blue Hole for that reason.
Yeah, well, that's
nasty.
A little traumatic. Yeah.
But yeah, people jump off that and they think it's fun, and it's absolutely
No, that's
disgusting.
terrifying.
Yeah, and people who are from not Georgetown come to Blue Hole thinking like, oh, it's a great trail to run. Whatever, it's not. But Georgetown also has.
Now I have to do it. Now I have to see it.
No, so this will freak you out next. There's one of the biggest cold cases happened in Georgetown.
What?
And it's a girl named Rachel Cook. She's been missing forever. I've probably talked about this on a podcast. I don't think I've talked about it on my podcast, but probably other ones.
Okay.
She has been missing for a long time. They don't know what's happened to her. They found like some traces, but she was home from California.
Oh my God.
She went like visiting from college, and she was jogging, and
Great.
they just literally never found her again. And the scary thing is, she lives on the road that my ex-boyfriend used to live on.
Oh my
So
God.
that's where she got. Yeah, there she is, and it's so sad.
That's up in Georgetown? Mm-hmm. Get the F out of here.
Yeah.
Oof.
So yeah, a lot of weird stuff happens in the town, but it seems wholesome. It's
It really
cute
does.
and yeah, but there's really people jumping off cliffs, people disappearing. So now,
The way you
in my
say it's like,
eyes-
oh, we're just trying to like kill ourselves today. Like that's where people go to die, Georgetown.
No. But yeah, in my mind, I'm like, I could be next.
Okay, yeah, I get
If I
it.
go to
That's why
Craigslist,
you're afraid of
yeah.
everything. Because people
Because
just push you around and you're like, I don't know how to swim. I don't know. They're like setting you up to fail.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that happened.
That's
to you.
it.
That's crazy.
it's okay.
She's like, I've dealt with it. It's fine.
Yeah,
I
I've
learned
dealt
how to
with it.
swim. We're happy now.
I swim now. I don't dive, but I swim. But yeah, I didn't know about Dead Man's Cove in Lake Travis.
You're welcome.
Thank you. New fear unlocked.
Like, why did they call it that? I know. Because that's where they hide the bodies. Why the cops aren't out there all the time
Yeah.
is beyond me.
Yeah, that's wild. I wanted to ask you something, and then it totally left my mind, and now I'm mad. I'll think about it probably after this episode is over, and I'll be like, that's what I
Yeah.
should have asked her. Do you have any projects, like, are you doing any concerts soon or anything like, well, besides your road gigs?
Yeah.
You're in a band,
Yes.
right? So are you
yes.
doing any shows with that?
Yeah, we have a residency every Friday downtown at Shakespeare's
Oh,
from
sweet.
4 to 7. So we
Sweet.
perform all the time. Actually, Joyce Taus is my partner, and so we're called the Swingin' Jills. Actually, we're taking a little bit of a hiatus.
Okay.
She's wonderful, and she's got some stuff that she's working on. And because of this tour, there's a couple more bookings that I haven't talked about that have
okay.
come up for me. So I got booked on a TV show.
Maggie, congrats!
Thank you. Yeah, and it feels really big. So we're shooting proof of concept this weekend in Louisiana, and I'm not talking about it just because I think.
You probably shouldn't, to keep yourself protected.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But based on like what it's about and like who's involved in this project, everyone that I'm talking to sounds like this is going to be the jumping off point of like.
That's great.
Everyone's, yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah, and I have a huge role in it. So
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go and like show up and just hope that like the day runs smoothly and that like
Yeah.
everyone gets along and
Yeah.
that, you know, even if nothing comes of it, it'll be great footage for my reel.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
So-
it's a series? Or, okay, that's awesome. Have you ever done a series before?
No.
It's so much fun.
Is it?
I've only done, like, smaller
Yeah.
series, but still, just showing up and being,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
cool, we get to do that. You won't have to, like, hide under any trucks or spider
No.
webs for this one.
I'm
Yeah.
very excited. So just kind of keeping that in the back pocket.
Yeah.
And then like I am working on a song for a friend, her short film. So this will
Sweet.
be my first like IMDb credit writing a song for a movie.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
And I'm conceptualizing the music video for that right now. And
Awesome.
then my own feature length film, which is like always kind of in the back of my head, like
Yeah.
always on the back burner.
Yeah.
But you know, slowly but surely I'll chip away at it. And
Oh,
do
yeah.
that. So.
That takes a lot of time to
Yeah.
develop.
But it's a great
Yeah.
story, and I'm excited about doing it eventually.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much more in comedy I want to do, and then
Right.
this new music avenue that I'm starting to explore. I'm gonna relax into it and just see
Yeah.
kind of what happens. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
The goal is like
You're-
I just want to like universe, just help me be creative and like pay the bills. That's
Yeah.
it, you know?
Yeah. I think that's all you could want as an
Yeah,
artist.
right.
Totally.
So-
yeah. That's so exciting. I cannot wait to see
Yeah.
all your projects
Thank you.
come to life.
Thank you.
It's a joy to watch you work, and also just like anybody that's worked with you could probably agree with me that you are one of the best people to work with.
Oh, wow.
So professional.
Wow, thank you so much. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's so nice to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you, I remember what I wanted to ask you now. Do you have a background in improv?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So is
Very
that
strong,
how
yeah.
the challenge mic came about? So for people who don't know, Maggie has this open mic. I forgot to mention this at the beginning of this episode, and it's called the challenge mic. And do you want to tell people a little bit about it? 'Cause you
Yeah.
probably explained it better than me.
No, yeah, the challenge mic is an improv based mic. It's a workshop / writing mic, where comedians get 4 to 5 minutes to pick out a topic from a bucket, read it out loud. You can riff, storytell, weave it into your own jokes. You can work on your crowd work. It's your time on stage to do whatever you want. But the idea is to help get you out of your comfort zone, because so much stuff can happen on stage while you're at a show, and this just gives you an opportunity to practice. There's no such thing as bombing on that stage, right?
Right.
Like, we're just supposed to work through the uncomfortable, and it's better to do it where it's safe and the stakes are so low than on a stage when like you're being paid, right?
Yeah.
Money, and an audience is expecting you to be funny, right? So it's just giving you the opportunity to be like, this is awkward. How do I work through this? Right? Because hecklers, you don't know what they're going to say. Like, they throw some weird shit at you, and it's just like,
Yeah.
you have to relax and be open and let it like affect you.
Totally.
And respond. And so that's all that's designed to do. So the challenge mic actually was inspired when I was a comedian in Los Angeles, and I was so angry going to all these mics, listening to people say the same thing over and over again. I was just mad because Trump had just gotten into office and people were still telling the same stupid dick jokes. I'm like, you have nothing new to say, like nothing.
Right.
And so I came up with this idea to like help us workshop and write. And as I'm sure you've seen last night too, even was one of the shows, people stay. They want to hear what their friends have to say, and it may not be the most butt-gusting laugh like you've ever had,
Right.
but like sometimes they'll spark an idea in you where you're just like, oh, I want to run with this, or like, oh, that's really great what you just said, Janessa, like what if you went here with this or this idea, right? Like it's just a natural way to write, to workshop.
Oh, yeah. That's great. It is
Yeah.
really fun. I didn't get to come yesterday because I had training all day, and then I was just swamped.
Yeah.
But
It's always there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But it's
it's
always there as
so
a tool.
great. Yeah.
Or for like, and I hear a lot of people say too, they're like, I just want to get up and work the muscle, but I don't know what to do. It's a great place to go to,
Oh, yeah.
to do that too.
Yeah.
See your friends. You know what I mean? Like being around
Yeah.
other people that are like just trying to create art.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's
your friends are
wonderful.
listening for the first time. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like we've all heard your same stupid jokes over and over again. They're not stupid.
Right.
But we've heard, you know what I mean? Like I can recite
yeah.
so many of these people's bits, but not at the challenge mic, not there.
It's
So.
a really good. It literally is a challenge. I was gonna say it's a really good challenge, but yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's fun, and it's nice to
Thank you.
have different like ideas with, because you know how you pull each topic
Yeah.
out of the bucket. That's been pretty fun.
Yeah.
I really love improv.
Yeah.
I know a lot of comics don't,
Yeah.
but I love improv so much, and I feel like every time I go to the challenge mic, it's such a fun way to work both the stand-up muscle and the
Yeah.
little improviser muscle in
Yeah,
myself.
yeah.
So it's super cool.
Which
I was
is-
just curious how you thought of that idea and how it came about.
Yeah,
and
that's how.
Yeah, sweet.
And we just started doing something too. I don't know if you've been since we did it, but it's in a space where like a lot of people just sit and watch, like
Mm-hmm.
regular audience. This Austin is amazing, by the way, for that, in the sense that like open mics have regular people just hanging out watching.
Right.
So there's a lot of that. And so I designed what's called Challenge Mic Bingo. And I put together like a bunch of things that comics talk about on these squares. And so when you hear a comic say something like that, you can mark it off. And then when you get a bingo, I've got a bunch of prizes.
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I had went when you did that one time, but I was kind of late. So I don't know if
Okay.
it was like still going on. But I remember
Yeah.
I saw you put something about
Yeah.
bingo. That's super cool. You
Yeah.
put so much time into everything you do.
Well, I mean,
so
it's like if you're
great.
gonna do it
Yeah.
well, and do it
Yeah.
to the point where like yeah, it'll excite you, you know?
Right.
And at this point, like it's a well-oiled machine, so it can run itself. So like I'll be gone on tour, and I can have any number of people like come in and just host it, plug in a mic and go.
Totally.
So
Totally. That's so great.
yeah, it's fun.
It's
Fun. Listen, life's short. We're gonna die. It should be fun.
Yeah, we gotta have fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I am so excited to see just everything you do and
Right back at you.
everything.
Right back at you. You are one of the hardest working hustlers I know too.
Thank you. Ditto to
Yeah.
you. Yeah, it's great. I think it's great to have like friends that are empowering and
it's nice we can like take time. It's like I see you online, I see you on social media, and I'm always like, yes, Quinn, go. But it's nice to be able to like take a minute to just like hang out and have a conversation too.
I agree. It has been so great. Thank you for coming and doing this and letting me kind of interview you and talking about everything. I
didn't expect to laugh this hard.
You never know what you're gonna get. But it's been so much fun, Maggie. And I just wish you all the best out on the road. I cannot wait to see your show and just everything you got going on.
Get all the tour dates at MaggieMayfield.com, MAGGI Mayfield.com.
Awesome. And is there anything else you want to plug, like Instagram? You said TikTok.
You can find all the social medias there. I'm boring. I make it easy to find me. Maggie Mayfield everywhere. At MAGGI Mayfield.
Cool. Well, I don't even want to go because it's been such a fun episode. But it's a pleasure having you. Thank you, Maggie.
This has been a Your Last Resort production.